What's up everyone? I'm Johnny B. Crazy and this is Nooner's News, brought to you by The Imagination Realm. Go check out www.theimaginationrealm.com for all your news, blogs, and more. So, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's see what we got going on in the nerd news right now. So we have a Blood Moon update for what it's worth. This is an article from Monsters and Critics by Rachel Sombakos. And Bloodmoon cast sighted in Belfast, which means the Game of Thrones prequel is coming soon. I have very, very mixed feelings about the prequel. As you may know, we have not much content about what it's going to be about. We don't even know the names of any characters or what these characters represent, when most of the time with any show you will get this. So let's get into this article a little bit. Brace yourself, Bloodmoon is coming. Bloodmoon is only the rumored working title for the upcoming Game of Thrones prequel series so far. Only a pilot episode has been ordered by HBO, so fans need to calm down and wait for the executives to decide on Bloodmoon's fate. There's a prequel in production, Warner Media chairman and HBO overseer Bob Greenblatt told Deadline. But just as a pilot so that we can see if it has all the goods and is worthy of going forward. We're just trying to be really thoughtful about how to expand this universe if it makes sense and not kill the golden goose. And this article goes on a little bit more about the adventure. The actors have been sighted at the Giant's Causeway. It's another place that was used for the Iron Islands. So, of course, we're going to see some early history of the Iron Islands. Marcus Rodriguez, the final actor to be discovered in the area. So, filming has started on the pilot episode for Bloodmoon in May. It started, apparently. But this is not turned up on HBO's official website yet. That's basically what this whole article is. And I will get to you, and this article will be linked. You can find this in the Imagination Realm. I'm not going to read the whole thing out for you. I will scroll through it a little bit while we're talking about it. The Bloodmoon series is... I have issues with it only for the fact that it's so obscure, and we know so little about the Long Night actually from the books. We have Old Nan, you have your Azor Ahai, you have the last hero, you have the Empire of the Dawn with Yeti. I don't know how much that plays into the factor. We know they're going to be pulling, what I've heard, they're going to be pulling Red Priestess and priests from Ashai. So we're going to have people from all over the world, I guess, coming to fight the end of the world. Now, we're supposed to get the origin of the White Walkers, which we kind of already had with Leaf turning the Night King. But maybe they'll go into the Night's King, but that's the 13th Lord Commander. I don't know how they're going to mix all of this in. The Age of Heroes, none of these characters interconnect. Honestly, I'm more excited about Empire of Ash, the Doom of Valyria prequel. Go check out The Dragon Demands. He has all of the insight on that. It's very, very interesting, and they already have a series Bible. And it's not like spoiler leaks. This is just an overview of what's going to happen, and they have so much text that they're going by, and they're seeming to go straight by the text. The problem I have with this Jane Goldman spinoff, which it still may be good, is they have so much liberty here. And I don't know how closely they're working with Martin. It doesn't seem as close as, say, the Empire of Ash and maybe some of the other prequels are. Let me know what you think in the comments, honestly. Do you believe the hype about Bloodmoon? We're getting this first pilot, this golden goose that they keep calling it, and they're very tentative about it. We're going to get this pilot and this Bob Greenblatt. I'm going to shut it down immediately if it doesn't seem right, if we're not staying true to this world. And which world are they staying true to? The Season 8 world or the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones? That's my question for that. But I won't rant much more. I'm actually going to do a whole stream on the Bloodmoon topic. Shout out to Katrin C from my point of view. She actually brought it up, one of my patrons. So thank you for that. And we will be doing a stream on it very soon, maybe even next Friday. So let's get to some of the other articles. And like I said, this will be linked below in the descriptions if you want to read them yourself. The Witcher release. Okay, something I am super excited about. Geralt of Rivia coming to the screen. One of my favorite games ever, our favorite game series is the Witcher series. You're, don't know exactly the term, but it's a role-playing game. MMORPG, I believe, is what it is. Every decision you make turns out to fate. It changes the ending, affects the ending. It can be good, bad. But as far as the lore goes, it's super duper high fantasy. The Witcher, Witchers, as a kid, they get taken. It's basically if a person doesn't have money to pay for the Witcher services, which a Witcher fights monsters, they have like some kind of magic they use signs and spells for, and they fight these monsters and they get paid. They're just basically mercenaries for hire for monsters. And if you don't have money, they tell you, well, you give me the first thing you see when you get home, and usually that's your children. So that's how they get recruits. The Witchers have been dwindling off and dying off. There's only a few left. And one thing, to become a Witcher, you have to go through the Trial of Grasses, which is a mutation, and you take all of these crazy potions. And if you survive, you get mutated, but you become sterile, so Witchers can't have kids. And Henry Cavill is going to play Geralt of Rivia, so Superman. I think it could turn out pretty good. You know, he's going to be probably hardly recognizable with the white hair. He is the White Wolf. Sorry for all the noise, but he is the White Wolf. And this is, I don't want to give too much away because I could probably, if I talk about it for a while, I could spoil it. But I do need to do a video on this. Probably will do a stream. Let me know what you think in the comments if you want me to do a stream on this. But this is a Newsweek article by Andrew Whalen. The Witcher Netflix series release date may be in December. How excited are you about that? So season 1 of The Witcher has already been shot. And done for. And basically, this article tells you a little bit about The Witcher series. You know, from Cavill right here, posted on Instagram. The cast and crew worked tirelessly throughout. Everyone pitched in and brought their A game to the set, and I couldn't be more proud of y'all. That's got me excited. They're already done with it. Like I've told you, there is high fantasy. Everything from rock trolls to dragons to the Wild Hunt, which is like elves. There's alternate dimensions. There's so many different worlds. You have Ciri, the Sparrow, has the elder blood in her. I can get you really hyped for this. I mean, this is... Ooh, this may fill that Game of Thrones void that we've had since this season 8. And, yeah, definitely if you want to check out this article and read a little bit more on it, I've probably told you more than you can find out in this article. But definitely check it out. Coming maybe in December. So get ready for that. I'll definitely be covering it. Let's see. GRRM got in the New Jersey Hall of Fame, y'all. What is good with that? No, this is from Express. Article from Express by Sean Kitchener. Stephen Colbert demands that GRRM finishes his novel now. The author is the brains behind The Song of Ice and Fire, the literary saga that inspired the Game of Thrones TV show. After the show, which overtook the book storyline some years ago, came to an end last month, focus has returned to Martin and his plight to finish the next installment, The Winds of Winter. While the wait for the release date continues, he's been given a huge honor for the joy he has brought fans worldwide. Martin took to his Not a Blog site to announce that he's been inducted to the Hall of Fame in New Jersey. Just congratulations, GRRM. Please get Winds of Winter out. If you have, and this is, you know, more on GRRM's Hall of Fame induction, which is well deserved, and you can check this out after we get done here. If you would like to for yourself, again, congratulations, Germ. Let's get those. Let's get the 2 finishing books, Winds of Winter and Dream of Spring. Give it to me now. Let's see. Let's do a couple of more here. We have the era of prequels. Interesting. So this is an article I may actually go ahead and read. There are other articles here. This will be the last one I'm going to be doing on Nooner's News from now. Let me know if you want me to do an extended Nooner's News from now on. Let me know how much you like it. If you want me to make any changes to the show, I will take suggestions, but I am not your puppet. Ha! Okay, so this is brought to you by The Week, and it is by Nathan John. So, the prequels era, how prequels have become key elements of storytelling. So, I don't know about this Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I think he can pull it off acting wise, but just looking at him right here, it just makes me want to smile. And I'm not gonna lie, it could be really good. Depends how creepy it is. Anything can be better than Jared Leto's, or maybe. I could be blaspheming here. So The Dark Knight Rises, we heard the Joker tell us 2 different stories about the scars on his face. We heard him say that it was his dad who scarred him after doing the same to his mother, while to Rachel Dawes he said that his wife had been grumbling about the scars on her face after an accident, and to make her feel better he cut himself on the cheek. This lunatic, with the truth in his madness, captivated audiences worldwide, especially since his appearance in The Dark Knight. The comic, The Killing Joke, and Suicide Squad did tell a bit about the creation of the Joker, but not entirely. Don't we all really know how that happened? The upcoming film, Joker, directed by Todd Phillips, will take audiences through this origin story of Batman's most famous foe. And I am kind of excited about this. It could be a dumpster fire, but I am somewhat excited about this, and I won't take you through the whole thing here, or maybe I will. In this era of prequels, movies like Joker, featuring Joaquin Phoenix, takes fans into the history of their favorite characters and how they came to be as we know them today. Prequels do not in any way affect the course of the original, and neither is it required to watch the prequel before the original. If anything, it is the other way around. I like that. And this person goes on in detail. It's a very, very good article. And many examples of prequels that we have seen. And I gotta say, it is a good storytelling medium if you do it right. You can be very lazy with it. Joaquin Phoenix is so crazy in the sense that how he is such a method actor that I think he's going to pull this off. And I believe it's going to be like this face paint may be somewhat ironic. When you're just looking at it, I think the Joker's supposed to be non-threatening until he is threatening. I think that's one of the main things with the Joker. It's supposed to be creepy. He wants you to underestimate him. So I don't know. What do you think about the Joker prequel or Joker prequel? Or what do you think about Joaquin Phoenix? Ridiculous makeup. And shit, we'll do one more article. Tarantino on Star Trek. TrekMovie.com is what this article is brought to you from, and it is by the TrekMovie.com staff. Quentin Tarantino gives an update on his Star Trek film. Quentin Tarantino is the man. He has a very unusual, eclectic, and individualistic style. I think no matter what you do, you can recognize a Quentin Tarantino movie just from about a 10 or 15 second clip, just from the way it's shot, the way the colors contrast with one another, and the way people even carry themselves and how gritty it is. Let's read this article. I'll read this one out for you. Quentin Tarantino is starting to do press for his upcoming film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Back in April, Tarantino was quoted as saying making the movie is still a big possibility, and thanks to the press junket for the film, there's been a bit more talk of his Trek movie. While chatting with Empire Magazine, the latest issue is available now to subscribers and will be on newsstands later this week. He was asked about the potential Star Trek movie he had pitched to Bad Robot in 2017. As previously reported last year, Tarantino's initial idea was fleshed out into a draft of a script by screenwriter Mark L. Smith, and that's where it's at, waiting for more action. Tarantino says the next step is for him to give notes on it. So it seems like it's in slow production here, and if I'm excited about anyone to do anything with Star Trek, I think it's Quentin Tarantino. He remakes, revisualizes, and makes you reconsider everything you thought you've known about a movie, about characters. And I think he may do that with Star Trek, hopefully in a good way, because I know he will stick with the old themes. He's one person for sure. He likes to play with that. Go back in time. He likes to stay nostalgic with a lot of things. So I think that's going to be a strength if Tarantino does end up making this. And if he has his mindset on doing this, Quentin Tarantino is going to do it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely going to leave this article down below. Every article that you see here. And we have some, the Imagination Realm has put together a few different trailers that I will be linking in the descriptions below. Stranger Things Season 3 is coming out. And go check out Episode Club, Mackenzie L. Burns, who will be covering Stranger Things, and we'll be re-watching it. I'll be on the panel, and we'll be talking about every single episode up until the new ones come. And then I'll be making a video on Stranger Things 3 as well, and I'll be covering it somewhat. So definitely check out Episode Club. I'll link that in the descriptions, and there should be a tag right above here for you to hit that. From what I've seen with the previews, we're getting this mall aesthetic, mall rats. I think we're going to get less immersed, because the world's not going to get bigger, they've said, the Duffer Brothers, that it's going to actually become more intimate. Yes, we still have the bad guys, but I think the government agents are going to be more of the bad guys this season. Yeah, and I will expand on that further in a video. So, with that, I'd like to thank the Imagination Realm again. Go check out the Imagination Realm at www.theimaginationrealm.com. With that, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the week. Let me give a quick shout out to my patrons: Amy Tru, Anime Lover Nicole, Bobby Catalano, Catherine Cronin, Catherine Harding, Clarissa Thompson, Dornish Dan, John St. Baptiste, Dark Mother, Katrin C. from My Point of View, Nancy T., Suntavia Major, and Susan D. Thank y'all so much for being fracking awesome. And don't forget to check out the Cylon, Johns, and Jills. We do a Battlestar Galactica rewatch. It's my other channel with my friend John St. Baptiste every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Check it out, and go check out John St. Baptiste as well. He does Believe, all things Neil Gaiman. Right now they're covering Good Omens. So, hey, I will link that in the descriptions as well. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And this has been Nooner's News.